Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to unleash to talk about some some more NBA news, the daily NBA stuff to come out of the league. So let's get into it. So Adidas is showing interest in Kyrie Irving per Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, a hoops academic and senior lead NBA insider. So as well as others, including Puma, are interested in Kyrie. So as we know, he's not with Nike anymore. So now Adidas is starting to show some interest in Kyrie Irving. Maybe get some new shoes, possibly. But from Kanye to Kyrie. But Kanye's much worse than Kyrie, though, and I don't think this would happen anyways. I thought they re-signed Kanye, but I guess they reached a new deal to sell the remaining Yeezy stock, so, yeah. I think some people will buy them because it's Kyrie's, and a lot of people probably still like Kyrie. But Nike fumbled the bag. But Nike fumbled because Kyrie's shoes were tough. I don't think it's anything with Ja. Ja was getting his shoes before his incidents happened, but Nike did fumble the bag. Get a little sneeze there. But I'm wondering how that will play out, though, if they were to actually get Kyrie. But they're really doing anything after Kanye. But it's Scoop B. I don't know if there's any credibility. Maybe it could be, but based on his past, no. But we have this quote here. An anonymous, it's a Western Conference executive, but it's basically anonymous. A Western Conference executive calls out LeBron James for controlling the narrative. And quote, he just changed the conversation. Now we're not talking about a sweep. We're talking about LeBron in retirement. He loves to control the narrative, end quote, via Bleacher Report. I mean, maybe he's not wrong, but I don't know if he's wrong, but I mean, he kind of did it for attention, I think, but no one is telling the media not to talk about him getting swept. Blaming a 38-year-old athlete for thinking about calling it quits is clown behavior. The man is 38 and he's in year 20. He's allowed to answer questions. Blame the media for being more focused on LeBron than a great Nuggets team. And I don't know who the executive was that said this, but and he was just venting and letting people know what was on his mind. I mean, maybe it's not him trying to control the narrative. Maybe he's just venting and letting people know what's on his mind. And people can talk about the sweep they want. He's just answering candidly. He's not controlling the narrative. The media's controlling the narrative because they're not talking about the Nuggets. People are really only talking about Jokic. But I can see one hand he's controlling the narrative, the other hand, what I said. But what's stopping people from talking about the sweep? I mean, just because LeBron's talking about, retirement, I might retire, people can still talk about the sweep. But they choose not to. Shaquille O'Neal. He finally got served in the FTX lawsuit during Game 4 of the Heat Celtics. So he finally got served in the FTX lawsuit. Well, they done call it Mr. Diesel lacking. So they finally got Shaq. Call him lacking at work. And the irony of it being a former FTX arena. And basically, for people who don't know what this means, is like, are people actually like for real? Basically what this is, of what happened, just Google FTX scam Shaq, and it wasn't just him. Like David Ortiz, Curry, Brady, many more other famous people were involved. So he's been served in the FTX lawsuit or whatever.
That's what I said. Congratulations, my brother, and thanks for getting me in trouble. Don't say nothing.
Um. So Mike Orzimba, I don't know how he's not even a source. I guess this is just something he said on AMP or whatever. He says the Jason Tatum criticisms have gone too far for a player who's had 2 team All-NBA selections and has been in the playoffs every year. Quote, Michael Jordan didn't win a playoff series until his 4th year. I haven't heard this dude's name since like the 6th grade. Probably for a good reason. I mean, he went 3 straight games without making a field goal in the 4th quarter. And wants to be a Kobe protege. And I think the criticism is fair. Like, criticism for every player goes too far sometimes. This is how it is now. I mean, you can blame the media and all, but they will go too far with criticism of players they don't like. They complain about it when the guys they genuinely like get the same treatment, and they are saying the players that they like don't deserve some of the criticisms they get, and then when a player they don't like does poorly, they say, "Oh, keep the same energy you had for my guy." It makes no sense, and it's like a bias angle. You can't just change after you're done your thing after one game. You can't change your take. And the criticisms are because he is supposed to be great. Great ones aren't great sometimes. Mike Orzimba is a source, though. Why are they quoting Mike Orzimba like he's some type of analyst? And Tatum had a much better team around him with high expectations. But this is the same dude that said Lonzo was Steph Curry with a 40-inch vertical. Colin Cowherd. He says LeBron James' trade to the Warriors involving Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, and Jonathan Kuminga, quote, works. Would it work? He's also the same dude that said the Celtics should trade Jaylen Brown for Jordan Poole. Who does Colin think Jordan Poole is? Bro has a new ridiculous trade every day that works. Like, give it up. You said the Celtics should trade Jaylen Brown for Jordan Poole. Now you're saying this. This is a bad idea. Somebody take his mic away. Like, somebody take this dude's mic away. We're really training our young guys for an aging superstar. And Wiggins ain't going anywhere. The Warriors aren't trading him or anything. Can't believe what I'm reading here. So, Kyrie Irving, quote, people have hijacked my name. There's so many past stories that are untrue about me. I have the confidence to speak my truth. End quote. Eyes emoji. I mean, I feel he's one of the most hated and misunderstood stars of the game. He can ball. Like, he can ball. But I really don't know what he's talking about. I don't even know who asked him about this. And he basically said he doesn't believe in free agent rumors here as well. And this story here, quote, when they speak on my name, talk about potential teams, can y'all please stop paying attention to that, end quote. So it says, don't believe certain free agent rumors. I don't believe anything he says. He's basically saying, don't use my name for clout. And he's definitely aiming that at Brian Windhorst. He's definitely talking about Brian Windhorst. And he believes he's showing up to Lakers game as Lakers to get more money, as we talked about yesterday in one of the videos. And he's definitely talking about Brian Windhorst. Or Stephen A. Smith. One of those two is who he's talking about. So, the Celtics, ESPN Greeny, Mike Greenberg on the Celtics come back from 0-3. The Celtics should win every single game. They're just better. End quote. Definitionally, the team down 3-1 is not better. Their role players are just playing better. The Heat's role players are playing better. And if the Celtics are better, then why are they down 3-1? Jimmy Butler's not going to let that happen. Mr. Jimmy is not going to let that happen. If they were the better team, they wouldn't be down 3-1. People say, oh, look at the Heat. They're role players, shooting 60%. Well, they must be doing pretty damn good. That second half of Game 4 was the only time they looked like the Celtics this series. And you already know Spoelstra's going to make adjustments for Game 5. So, I disagree. They're not coming back from 3-1. Or from 3-0. The Athletic has a trade idea. A 3-team trade. Blazers, Raptors, Grizzlies. The Blazers received Pascal Siakam and the 13th overall pick. The Raptors received Nazir Little, the 3rd overall pick, Scoot Henderson, a 2026 protected first-round pick. Also get Luke Kennard and Tyus Jones in the deal. So the Raptors would get 4 players here and a protected first-round pick. And the Grizzlies received Anthony Simons. Siakam, people say, oh, he isn't worth that much. But I mean, Siakam is already an established elite forward in the league. Trading him for essentially Scoot and Tyus kind of really doesn't make sense. But if Scoot is available, I feel the Blazers would be crazy. They would be crazy not to take him. But I feel like Dame just doesn't need another 19-year-old to teach. I don't know. But I feel like the Portland team at the phone immediately. Because I would rather have that 3rd pick and Scoot Henderson right there. I know Siakam's already an established forward and the late forward in this league. But the Grizzlies can't trade Tyson. John will be suspended for who knows how long. So, I don't think the Grizzlies might say no. I feel like this wouldn't be a bad trade. Toronto kept pick 13. If they keep pick 13, you can say they get a young cornerstone player at 3, bench depth. But giving a pick 13 and Siakam for Scoot and 3 bench players is kind of a little overpay here in this trade idea. But it's a decent little trade idea. Jimmy Butler, he says he's not worried about losing last night. They asked him, are you worried? One word answer. No. But Jimmy's given no means. I mean, like, what else is he supposed to say? No, we're worried. Police, they did a welfare check on John Morant following his cryptic social media post on Wednesday. Per TMZ Sports, they discovered he's not in any danger and he's just taking a break from social media. I'm glad it's just him taking a break from social media and not anything serious. He just needs to make better decisions, like in life. He just needs to make some better decisions. Doc Rivers is a finalist for the Suns' job per Shams Charania. This is a bad idea, in my opinion. You're literally getting rid of Monty Williams for a... How does he keep getting jobs? You're literally firing Monty Williams to get a even worse coach, Doc Rivers, who's probably the most overrated coach in NBA history. And he's not going to lead the Suns to get in a ring. Like, I don't know why teams keep hiring this guy. Suns fans will be pissed if this happens. But I think that's it. For the NBA. So, until next time, peace.